Yo, what is up, everybody? Back again. Y'all already know
Hey,
what
Nail,
it is.
play that shit.
Oh yeah!
Oh man, this man got the background.
You already know, man. Get that money, man. Get that money. Straight to the house. Ain't no fuck that shit, man. Easy money. Easy money. Well, it should be easy money, but like
Look,
I
knock
said,
on wood, knock on wood.
Look at the rookies we drafted. We got Dean and we got Davis. Two from Georgia. It doesn't get better than that shit.
yeah, put that shit
Put that
on.
shit on. As Ricky Bobby said, if you ain't first,
You're
you're
last.
last.
Exactly.
Second place is at 2. He'll fix this week.
Definitely gonna make up for it.
Trust me. I need a sports podcast, man. I need it. Yo, what is good, everybody? Yo, boys, back in action. I need a sports podcast. Your host with the most. Y'all already know what's going on. Myself, Bryce, my dog Swan, my dog Chris. Now today we missing Cam. We tried to get all four. It's tough right now, but we're gonna get it together by football season. I promise. Today we're gonna be talking about the NFC East for the upcoming 2024-25 NFL season. But before we get to that, man, USA, man.
Crazy.
You know we had to talk about it, man. You know we had to talk about it.
Wait,
Olympics.
where's the body? Is that the sound that Eagle make? Because I don't
No,
think an
it's
Eagle make.
not.
He
It's
be
not.
like,
They do the scream. Yeah, they
yeah,
scream.
okay. It's a pigeon, a crow. That's what it is, a crow.
Twinkle. But yeah, man, them USA boys. Woo, it was scary. I'm not gonna lie, especially that Serbia game. But the men got it done. They want to go, and then the women, that was even more scary. But both of them got it done versus France. USA takes home the gold in basketball, baby. Let's talk about it a little bit before we get into the football stuff. LeBron, MVP of the Olympics, because it's the totality of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we seen what Curry did the last 2 games. We don't win without him. Of course, not saying that. But, everybody discredits everything Braun does. There was a large portion of people that were solely rooting on against Team USA just so they could talk shit about LeBron, as if this team wasn't comprised of all of our NBA stars. But, we prevailed regardless, man. What's y'all's outtake on the tournament, and what y'all thinking moving forward for the Olympics? Because 2028, I'm assuming we not gonna have Curry, we not gonna have Braun. KD, yes, we might have him because he just love hoop. We might still have KD, but I don't think we gonna have the trio of the Avengers. And like I've been saying, the world is caught up. Yeah, we could try to help the Avengers this year, and it got us the gold once again, but 2028, it get a little scary. So what's y'all's outtake and what y'all think the future holds for Team USA?
Look, I'm gonna say 2028. 2028 is gonna be really interesting because for one, like I know people have been putting out the potential lineup for the 2028 team, and it's like a lot of our young guys. I don't want people to forget that in 4 years, those guys are gonna be completely different people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're gonna have development as well, but we're gonna see development like Team Canada, Team France. I'm not too sold on Serbia just because I don't feel like it's enough talent come out of Serbia. Though the talent that does come out, it is really good. But to compete with USA, I don't know. And I mean, you could speak to Jokic at that point too. Like in 4 years, what does Jokic look like, right? Is he still gonna be hooping? Because he actually want to hoop every year. So is he still gonna be hooping? We don't know. Australia. So those countries with younger players that still have time to grow in the NBA, by the time 2028 comes around, it's going to be very interesting. I think everybody's going to be on a pretty equal, maybe not equal playing field, but it's going to be really close. Like these games that our best superstars of our generation, they struggled against, those guys are going to struggle the same, if not harder. It's probably going to be harder for them. So, but I mean, Team Canada probably going.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay,
just
that's
saying.
GA secret.
I'm just saying. Team Canada made just.
No, they definitely gonna be there
They
because
got the
they were
second
all
most
young.
NBA. Yeah, they was all young. They got the second most NBA players. It's just kind of written in the stars. They probably give them they, but also Team Canada was in a really hard group as well.
Oh yeah, no.
It was in a gauntlet group.
I'm gonna assume too, y'all, because at least he was on the roster before the Olympics started. I'm assuming in 4 years y'all will have Zach Edey. I don't know if he just wanted to
Right.
focus on summer league and the draft and all that, so that's
Well,
why he wasn't there. But you
has
get
he been
him,
playing with Team Canada in the past? Because I don't know if it's
yeah.
similar
That's
to
what
Team USA, where it's like you have been playing with them for a while
he
or
was at
something like
least
that.
at their training camp whenever that was, because he was listed on their roster, and then I don't know why he didn't play in the Olympics
Okay.
He
this
said he's
year.
gonna play summer league. That's what he's playing summer league.
Okay,
So.
so yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
okay,
figured it
okay.
was, which is fair because I mean you
Yeah,
playing
you
for your
rookie.
NBA
Yeah,
contract now, so.
yeah.
But yeah, no, they're young. Shoot, Germany is still really cold. I think Wagner. I'm sure Schroeder gonna still be
Right.
around. The thing is though, with us, it's like, yeah, our talent's gonna grow, but Dennis Schroeder kind of hinted at it in his interview after they lost the bronze medal game to Serbia. Like the FIBA World Cup happened every 2 years, and then there's other tournaments or exhibition games that these other countries play.
Yeah,
They use their actual team. Whereas
yeah.
last year for the FIBA World Cup, we was trotting out Austin Reeves. What's the dude from Utah, the big man? Not marketing, but the other Kessler, Walker
Kessler.
Kessler. Yeah,
Kessler. I'm not knocking Jalen Brunson, but Jalen Brunson was on that
yeah,
squad.
yeah. No,
Halliburton
no.
was getting, starting minutes for real, for real. So
Yeah,
like half of our players don't be playing in that stuff. And then,
yeah.
like I said, we got the Avengers, so we can turn around and be like, okay, y'all haven't played. We throw y'all together. Y'all play 2 weeks of exhibition games, go straight into the Olympics, win gold. We're not gonna be able to do that in
Well, so
2028. I don't think.
so I think I'm not saying we won't be able to do it or that we'll be able to do it, but I think 2028 will be the year where the USA administration for basketball looks at them and they're like, okay, moving on forward, we need to start actually playing every chance we get together instead of trying to put it together 3 months before it actually starts. We've had the luxury so far to be able to do what we've done.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get a reality check, whether it comes to 2028 or not. We don't know. I feel like they're gonna do it again. 2028, they're gonna do it again, right? It's not gonna change. It's not gonna change until they lose. And with it being the United States,
That's
they're gonna go
see,
hard.
that's the only because they
No,
they
that's
asked
tough.
LeBron though, like, is he gonna play? And he was like, I mean, I won't say I'm not, but I highly doubt like I'm done. But then I'm at the same time I'm like, Bron, like you probably gonna play at least 2 more years with your son. I figured.
Yeah,
Then, like, say he could retire from the NBA,
yeah.
take
You
a
don't
year
gotta
off
play
the
in the
squad.
NBA and be in the
Yeah, but
yeah.
that America in LA, the Olympics gonna be in LA. And you telling me Bron not gonna want to do that as a final send off?
Nah. He gonna get that Snoop Dogg money. He just gonna be at all the events on the side of the court, calling the plays like Melo.
I'm not ruling it out. But yeah, no, that's gonna be tough. But what was you about to say, Swan?
I was gonna say the only thing that's really gonna make it better for them is that like I was looking at the roster online. It's like potential ones. Of course, they're gonna like keep Bam, JT, and Halliburton since they got the experience. But you also could bring in players like, for example, like Ja. Ja haven't had the opportunity. He been saying for longest like he want to start over, the gun charges and everything that had going on. So him being on Olympics and being under Grant Hill can really help him a lot. Resurface his image and stuff. Another player you can talk about is, I know everybody be saying Cooper Flag. I don't know yet. I got to actually see it. But I will say Paulo. Paulo's gonna be a whole
Yeah,
different player.
Paulo was on the team last year at the FIBA. He was
Yeah, he's
heavily
gonna be
considered
he's
to
gonna
be on
be
the
a
team again this
completely
year.
yeah, he's gonna be a completely different player the next 4 years. Like you seen what he did this year, going to playoffs and everything. So it only can get better. So Paulo could be another person who can really just like up and take off. I can't really say. I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna add Jalen Brunson because
Yeah,
around that
yeah. He was on that
they're gonna
list
add
too.
Jalen Brunson. They're gonna add Shea. They're gonna add Jalen Williams from OKC. That's gonna be like a little nice roster. I feel like
You
get
said
more.
Jalen Brown too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
They definitely not
They
adding
got
him.
4 years to get it together, bro. He got 4 years.
But
I don't even think he
his
would
beef with
accept it at
Nike,
this point.
bro.
For
His
real.
beef with Nike is so deep, bro. I don't know. I think they'll probably keep JT for that him and actually give JT some
That's
time.
that's the thing though too. We got to keep in mind because like that is 4 years away. I'm not
4
saying it
years.
will be, but technically, dog, it could be a sophomore in high school right now that might be on that roster.
Yeah,
Like
for it's a lot.
it really no telling.
Like
Like,
everybody talking about Cooper Flag and I'm
well,
like,
that's what
we
I
ain't
was gonna say.
even
Cooper
there.
Flag, barring like some serious injury or like if he got injured right before that time period when the Olympics
Yeah.
finna take place, he's for sure on because he was at the camp and he was the
Yeah,
youngest
he
one
was
there.
hooping him.
You
He
don't
was,
get that invite unless you
You
want to
like
be
that.
in the system for real. So
and
he
he
gonna
was
be there
getting
for sure.
buckets too.
Yeah, he was getting buckets, but yeah, no,
But
Paolo for sure. Paolo just didn't have a spot on this year's roster because we got KD, LeBron, Tatum, in that wing position. He was never going to see the
Mhm.
court. But you did say Jason Tatum. Now, do you think Jason Tatum wants to come back after what just happened to him?
I think
Wilson
he'll
probably
still,
said he would.
I think he'll still come back only because knowing that it's a Brian pretty much not gonna come back. Curry for sure not gonna come back. I think that was his first Olympics and probably his last two. So he's
Mhm.
not coming back. KD's probably the only one who probably want to come back, but he already said himself he don't know yet because he already, got the goal of the 4 medals and stuff. So his is up in the air. But at the same time, KD don't have a family. He just got a basketball. That's it.
Oh
So
my
he could
God.
come back. But I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm being like serious.
So
But
that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. He
no.
love hoop.
That's
I bet
true.
he will
Yeah,
be.
but
the thing with
on top
JT,
of that, Kerr ain't coaching. Kerr not gonna coach
yeah,
from
Curry not gonna
NBA.
coach. He's
Thank
gonna be
God.
Eric Spoelstra.
He's
And he
not
love Eric
coaching.
Spoelstra.
Yeah, so
Eric Spoelstra probably gonna be the next coach, which I've been saying for long as I wanted to be Spoelstra, not him.
I don't
feel
know
like
why it wasn't from the
but
jump, honestly.
well, Kerr had gotten the position after?
I
After
know, but
K left, yeah.
what I was saying
Yeah.
was I've been wanting to be Spoelstra for the last years because in the last 5 or 6 years, outside of Curry's success, Spoelstra been the best coach in the league.
But that's the only thing that kind of made
Yeah, I
him
know
get that
because
position because of
that's
that success, that KD and Curry success. It looked so
yeah, I know,
good.
and that's like that's because he done took a undefeated Miami team to the finals twice. You know what I'm saying? That, and I feel like he was literally one of the best coaches. If not him, Tyronn Lue. Them like the coaches I was like, okay, I can see him. You know what I'm
On the
saying?
sideline, it looked like they was telling
Yo,
Kerr what to do.
that's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
I know you're supposed to use your assistants. Like, I respect that. But
But
at
come on,
times, it was looking like he was
they
telling
were trying to tell him to put in Tatum. He like, oh, I forgot. How your assistants telling you to put in Tatum,
I
if
bro?
it just
forget.
wasn't in the game plan to just say that. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah,
It looks way worse.
I'll tell you if it was a game for that would look more respectful. Just saying, oh, I forgot. Like, bro, you telling millions of viewers, his family and everything that he forgot.
Yeah, nah. He definitely, lying about forgetting, and he definitely should have felt like, especially in the games where like when we played, was it Brazil? When we played our first game, even when we played South Sudan again in pool play, we whooped them. He should have found minutes for him. But I will say this: while Kerr deserves flack, I also realized and just went back and look. One, shout out Devin Booker because there was a tweet last year
He had a really
sometime where
big
someone had
series.
tweeted like, what USA star is gonna like,
He was
put
Kuzma
their
tweeted
ego
that.
to the Kuzma tweet, put their
And he
ego to the
was
side, just
like,
play
I'll do
defense,
it.
spot up. I'll do it. He came in, did
And
it,
he did
22
it.
minutes a
He
game,
can come back
58%
too.
from
I'm
the
saying
field, played
that's another
excellent
player.
defense. So that's part of the reason Tatum wasn't getting on the court. On the other
Yeah,
side with Tatum, just himself, Tatum didn't hit a jump shot the whole Olympics. He was 0 for 16.
Yeah,
So
well,
I don't
he
know.
does that dumb shit where he
He don't. Yeah,
pump fake and then he
slump
take
fake.
the hardest shot.
So I don't know what type of slump he been in since the Eastern Conference Finals up until this point. But bro need to go home, be with his newborn, be with LMA, be a dad for a moment, and then use that to fuel his off season before they start up for real. They need to come attack the NBA with a vengeance because dog, you can't be taking all this disrespect as a all NBA player, highest paid in the league, reigning NBA champ. Like you gotta step up for real. Like I want to, defend or vouch for him so bad, but like you can't defend that. He was broke. He been broke for the last couple months, so it made it that much easier for Kerr to forget, to put him in the game. But yeah, I feel like he still could have got like 10 to 12 minutes here or there. Like he could play defense. People are like, "Oh, Drew Holiday and Derek White get in because they play defense." Like Tatum can play
Yeah,
defense.
he
Like
could. So
he's
that was the
6'9"
one
and
thing.
got length. Like he could play
That
defense.
was the one thing that confused me about Derek White getting more because all the Derek White minutes I saw those as Jason Tatum minutes, especially with Derek White shooting them shots that he was shooting. Like those are Jason Tatum shots that he don't shoot for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I would prefer Jason to take those shots, and he can play really good defense. He can also play make. He's versatile in his defense. So I was confused as to why Derek White was getting those minutes and he wasn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't mad at Ant getting. People were mad at Ant getting minutes over JT. I feel like Ant deserved every minute he got.
And we're playing some great defense.
Yeah, well, not even great, but great offense as well. Like as young as he was,
his defense he was doing against who was it? Who they playing? We ain't griping them. He was locked up the whole time.
Oh shoot, he had Fournier in hell that first half.
That too.
Ant was just having fun. He was the little brother of the team.
I love that video of him and KD. He come out the bus with it sideways.
Yeah. He was having fun.
They threw a surprise party for him out there too.
Halliburton, even though he ain't played, and apparently they said he had some type of leg injury too, which is partially why he wasn't playing.
I don't think.
Hey, at least he take it in great jest because he posted like, "Hey, when you get an A on the group project and you ain't even have to do nothing." Shoot, that was me in 2015. How we had won state, I would have been flexing my championship ring straight from the bench. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Yeah. But I hate the point where they're like, "Oh, Jason Tatum can't get in because Derek White there for defense and this and that." Completely forgetting that Derek White was only here because Kawhi Leonard dropped out. So those would have been Kawhi Leonard minutes. What was Kawhi going to be? Is he not the same type of wing Jason Tatum is? Same, like, it's the same thing.
But, yeah.
So, like,
that's the argument for nothing.
Well, I'm saying, like, if Derek White's the replacement for Kawhi, why can Tatum not get the minutes Kawhi?
Oh, yeah.
Derek White. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on now. But, I mean, hey, it is what it is. He got a gold medal, but he definitely he should have a chip on his shoulder going into the season, and hopefully he come out hooping, have like an MVP caliber season.
Well, the regular season he never got problems with. It's always the games leading up to a championship. Yeah, I don't know which, it's always those games. So
maybe he's just not built like that, man. Sad. No, I don't want to. I'm gonna give it time.
August 10th, 2024. That's the day.
He only 26 or 27, whatever it is. But
how old is that? No, just funny. I just Instagram.
But yeah, man, they did their thing, and then the last thing about the USA men's is just, man, how blessed and lucky are we? We got to watch Bron, Curry, KD just do their thing, man. That was just some beautiful basketball, man.
Curry's crazy. I like all the videos everybody talking about something. This is what it felt like to be a Golden State fan all them years.
Yeah.
It's really irritating me because every time they talk about it, they talk about that half-court shot he basically shot against OKC. And I just remember watching that like live. And so it pisses me off. I'm like, man, this guy, bro. Like, I get it, bro.
He was he was ready after he hit the 4 in a row.
Yes, I seen that.
He was ready to pull that bitch again until
Devin Booker wide open down the court.
And he over here, give the ball. But hey,
they say this disgusting man was finna pull this motherfucker from half.
They say you hate it when you're on the opposite side of Curry, but when you on the same side, it feels great.
It's so
fun. It's so fun, bro.
When I tell you that Serbia game, I'm sitting at work, because it's Thursday. Yep. It is 3:00 in the afternoon, prime work hours. And I'm like, can I pull up YouTube TV on my computer? And I was like, oh, shoot, I can. So I'm watching it, and Serbia whooping us. And I'm like, I texted in the group chat earlier today. I'm like, I'm low-key scared because this is the third time we got to play Serbia within the span of 2 weeks. Of course, this going to be their best game yet versus us after we done smacked them twice. That's just like the law of nature with that shit. And they just start hitting everything. And then dude hit that 3 fading away at the end of the shot clock, banked it in. I was like, oh, it's one of them days. And so my boss ended up coming because his desk sits across from me. My boss was like at this point, it's like me and a couple others huddled around my computer. My boss was like, what are y'all watching? And I'm like, we're watching Team USA. And he's like, how we doing? I was like, not good. We're losing. Next thing you know, he come around the corner of the desk. So we are glued to the fucking screen for the whole second half of that game, like yelling but silent. Oh my god, like Curry going off, Bron taking over, guarding Jokic. It's like, damn, like USA, like I'll never be prouder to be an American. You'll never catch me being patriotic for real any other day. But for that shit, bleeding red, white, and blue, baby. So
that was such a good game.
We get the dub there, and then Saturday I'm driving to College Station, and I'm watching this game. And like When Curry started going off, dog, I almost had to pull over to the side of the road. I couldn't. Like, I kid you not, I was like, bro, I'm finna wreck myself because this, like, he going crazy. Like, the first one, when it went in and out, I was like, oh, shit, like, that's a big shot. Because if he don't hit that, we down 2 in a couple minutes. And the way France and that crowd was going, like,
Oh yeah, from the corner when you shot that from the corner.
I was like, they might very well, like, win this for real. And this is going to be like, this is embarrassing. Then he got the second one. I was like, oh my God, Curry, like, he hooping.
Hot.
But then Wemby came back down the hill, and I was like, damn, these
Yeah.
France really might do it to us. And then it was like, Bron, pick and roll, behind the back, Curry, pump fake, one drill.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, just
He's
like, this is
heated
what
up.
it felt like to be a Warriors fan.
Give him the ball.
This
Just
is
give
what
him
he
the ball.
did. This is what he did to our team for years. And then that one where Bron swung it to him, he swung it to KD, he relocated. Bron wide open. KD knew, like, nah, Curry hot. Skip the ball across the court.
He shot the.
Bang.
Hey, you know what? Hold up, bro.
That was the most disrespectful
That was the
shot
most
ever.
ignorant shot ever. That's what that shit
Nobody
was.
in the history of basketball can get away with that shot besides Steph Curry.
Everybody knew LeBron was open, bro. Even Curry in his head was probably like, "Bron wide open." But I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker. He shot that hole and it went in. I had to get up silently and scream because Cassandra.
But I was like, what the hell?
The damn dog started barking. I'm just in the back of the house, just like.
That's what I was like, bro. I gotta pull over. Like, I was like, oh my God, Kurt. I was like, oh, I was in my car, America, bitch. Yeah. Like, you see Carmelo on the side, like, going crazy. Scottie Pippen in the background going crazy. Like, that is an all-time moment for sure. Like, going down in sports history, like one of the greatest
that's
American moments, one of the greatest basketball moments. Like, the fact he took that shot and drained that bitch, and that was the fourth one in a row. It was like, bro.
That was the best USA team in history.
Oh, for sure.
Argue with your mama.
For sure. If it's an old head watching this shit, man, shut the hell up. When I seen them
Dream Team highlights.
What the fuck out of Dream Team? What is we
talking? What was them Dream Team? Who was they playing? Was it like Angola or some shit?
Yes, where they looked like they had PE shorts and
practice jerseys on.
Yeah, the competition the Dream Team was facing versus what this USA team was facing, it doesn't compare.
It does
like back then, it wasn't like the Europeans wasn't as
people saw the score. You know what the problem was with the Dream Team, bro? Is that dudes woke up in the morning and they looked at the newspaper and all they saw was the score. They ain't see highlights. They just saw 103 to 47. That's all they saw. Oh my God, they so cold.
USA.
Now you go look at the highlights and it's like, that is the most 50% effort, 100 points I've ever seen in my life. Like, there is no hoop going on. Y'all just going through the motions.
Because, like, people trying to go off name brand and stuff, but like, when I think of these, like, when they have these Olympic team arguments, it's solely the team, like, at those players at their current age, like right now. That 92 Dream Team, Larry Bird literally retired. He had back problems. If Bron drives the lane one hard time and runs into him, he's done. His back is fucked. He was moving at 75%.
Nah, it's fucked, but he probably ain't leaving. He probably ain't gonna produce as well as he's supposed to, but he ain't gonna leave. You know, they dumb.
Be gone.
They dumb, bro.
Magic Johnson on the edge of his career. They were scared he was bleeding on people out there.
Yeah, them no look passes.
Bro, dead ass though. That's literally how it was, dog.
Hold up. Bryce, are you watching this? I'm sorry.
I am, bro. I don't know what
the goal is to put him in the tire.
No, I can't even say what I can't keep it PG.
Them no look passes and Magic Johnson.
That's a wild thing there, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yes, Michael was what? That's 92. So he
was
just coming off his first championship. Come on, man. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, Magic, Larry Bird, they at the end of their careers. Steph, KD, Bron, they at the end of their careers. But look at the difference. They still the best players in the league. Whereas them dudes was clearly fading.
Washington Wizards.
Micah took the ring at that point.
Houston Rockets for Barkley.
Yeah, like, come on, man. It would not be a competition. We would they maybe get one game off of that team in a 7-game series. But this year's team, all the past 2008, 2012, And this one, smoking Dream Team. No problem. 2016, 2020 Olympic team, you can debate. It's a better debate. They still probably lose, but it's an argument. These teams, fuck no. It's not an argument whatsoever. But, yeah, man. Love, see us get the gold, that one, and then flip it to the next day. France women. Now, pardon
Gabby
me.
Williams, too.
Maybe I have watched her and just didn't realize it before. I didn't know who Gabby Williams was.
I did not either.
But
I'm
after
well
watching
aware.
that
I'm
game,
well aware now.
She should be on a WNBA roster today.
Bro,
Right now. They should have signed her as soon as she walked off the court.
the way
There's
she
no
be
way in
tweeting,
hell.
it sounds like she don't want to be in the WNBA.
Well, because she was on the Chicago Sky and they did her dirty.
She was on the Storm too.
Yeah, that's
but
crazy.
It sounds like she just don't want nothing to do with WNBA, bro. I think she could be on a roster easily, but it don't seem like she. It seems like she happy where she at, type deal. Like if the perfect situation pop up, she'll take it. But I think she's just happy.
Shoot, her.
She may be getting paid more, bro.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're gonna take care of your players.
Yeah, low key.
Her and Jabu Sele on the men's team, they played themselves into they should be in the NBA and WNBA.
Oh yeah, who they said was looking at
Cavs was
the Cavs. There you go.
You said what?
No, I'm saying, oh dude, he's played for the Celtics.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying he
Jabu
should be back on a roster.
Yeah, he's played for the Celtics.
Oh, okay.
That
dunk on Braun alone. I'm sorry. When that happened, I was like, oh my god, no.
It didn't happen, bro.
They said y'all see Braun getting dunked on. I see a 40-year-old man putting his body on the line for our country.
Call it what you want, bro. He got he
did.
All I said was element. But praise God, Curry came through the fourth quarter. We kind of all forgot about it.
He did. Praise God. But
I know you remember
for the women though, bro, man, look, people can front all they want to.
Kalia Copper's that dog. Bro.
Diana, she got her, she win all these gold medals. She got the record. Cool.
Yeah.
Please leave.
Bah.
Kelsey Gray,
bah.
Leave. Brittany Griner, leave. Caitlin Clark should have been on that damn team because that game should not have been that close, dog.
Yeah.
There was nobody creating offense from the guard spot that whole game.
We knew what was going, bro. We was talking about it at work, bro. The women are the women and the men's argument is so different. The gap in skill is so far. It's so far. Like they're so lucky that women around the world ain't caught up to them yet. Because if your WNBA All-Star team whoops up on your country team, bro, that's a big problem. And it's not like the men's, because the men's, they get together 3 months before they get to going. The women, they've been hooping for about 3-4 years together. Like, they've been hooping with each other. The chemistry should be like all these other foreign countries. But you sitting here losing to your WNBA All-Star team. They got rookies on it that they never played with each other. That's a problem, bro. But that tells you
people just watched it this year, but they did it in 2021 as well. The All-Star team whooped them before those Olympics.
That's
they're 0-2 versus the All-Star team.
See, that just took the gap in the world, but the women gonna catch up though, bro.
Them two players, bro, like I said, Caitlin Clark, Enrique, both of them should be on the USA team, bro.
Man, look,
they both of them there.
2028 LA come. I get it. These women are some veterans. Some of them, deserve a spot because legacy or, tenure, whatever you want to call it. Man, Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers, Juju Watkins, Angel Reese, Asia Wilson. Put them on the court together. Fuck everybody else.
Bro, you can bring Kalia back. You can bring her back.
You can bring Kelsey Plum, Sabrina Nesco back. But they're on the bench coming in for help off the bench.
I'm pretty sure.
Them ones I just named, they're starting. They need to be starting.
There's no way they're starting them.
Bro,
they probably bring Enrique though.
They probably get half and half. I don't know. Becky ain't gonna be coaching no more. You see, she been go to jail. So. She finna go to jail.
But no, bro, because that's gonna be 3 years. I don't know. Juju should be in the WNBA, but Paige coming out next year. Caitlin will be a vet. Angel gonna be a vet. Asia gonna be the old vet. Put him in there, bro.
Piki or Arafin.
She could possibly be a reserve big.
Probably be there.
My girl Asia deserve her spot though.
Give Audie Crooks her credit, bro. Audie Crooks gonna be there, bro. She's
But
taking
Brianna
Brittany
Stewart,
Griner's spot.
I forgot Brianna Stewart. Maybe Brianna
Brianna may
Stewart
be
be on
there.
like her way out a little bit.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
right now,
know. Dang, 4 years?
Yeah, I know.
right now,
Come
Brianna,
on.
she 32 right now.
Okay, my bad. Put her in for Angel. Angel come off the bench, give us rebounding off the
There
bench.
you go.
We don't
Yeah.
need that. Yeah.
I think Angel be a good bench rower. That's
But
okay.
yeah, man, stop the hate, dog. Caitlin Clark would have made that team so much better.
Well, I feel
Chelsea,
like with Diana getting ready to lead the league, I think a lot of things gonna change. I ain't trying to hate on Diana, but I think she kind of the spokesperson for a lot of them. But she be saying some stuff. She be saying some old head stuff, bro.
yeah,
She
no,
saying
it's
some old head
time,
stuff.
bro.
It's time to move forward, and that's
Yeah.
okay. She's a legend. She's a GOAT. You know,
She
Like-
should have retired when Sue Bird retired.
We was still whooping up on people because, like you said, the skill gap so big between us and overseas.
mhm.
But watching the guard play this Olympics for women, it was like watching paint dry.
God.
I'm sorry. I love Chelsea Gray, but she cannot move. That injury took away all her
Yeah.
mobility. She looked like she belonged in a retirement home out there moving around.
This
Caitlin
is
Clark
eight.
could have been pushing the pace,
Yeah.
dishing it to Brianna, Asia. That game would have never been like that. Despite
Yeah.
Gabby Williams' effort, we would have blown them out by 20. And they really lucky her foot was on the line.
She had
She
that
went out like
KD
KD.
moment.
If they would have
KD
sent that to
moment.
OT, I was not feeling confident about that one because
That's
they were
that-
not looking
hey.
good at all.
That's that 2021 KD versus the Bucks shot.
Yeah, no, she's tough. She looked like I'm not saying like they don't look like NBA, but her game looked like an NBA player the way she
What
was
did she
pulling
finish
up.
with?
She finished
You know?
with
I don't know.
I think it was like 24 or something.
She had 21 games for sure.
No, she was tough, super tough. But yeah, man, that was we got the goal, but it shouldn't have been that hard for the women's and the men. I'm glad we got that moment because moving forward, I don't know how much easier it's gonna be for the men. We definitely might be in a bronze medal game 2028 because shoot, Wemby was doing some stuff in that game, bro. It was like,
And I said in the group chat, they was using him the same way the Spurs was the beginning of last season. I don't understand why he don't get the ball like an all-star. People look at the box score and be like, oh, Wemby, he had this many points. What do you mean they're not using him? Those are all putbacks, his own, like, going to get the bucket himself. Like, they would just give him the ball and be like, hey, do something with it. There was no plays ran for him to get open.
yeah, no, he's gonna be so tough, bro. And then like the FIBA rules, it's like he becomes even more of a cheat code because you could goaltend that one where it was a moment where
It
he
was
shot
right
the
above it,
ball
yeah.
and then the ball was still really he just went and jumped back up and just
Dropped
and the
it,
commentator's like, oh yeah, you can do that in FIBA. It's like, yeah, you can't stop that. You're not getting to the ball before a 7-6 dude. Like it just is what it is.
Ugh.
But I'm glad, we whooped up on France in both games, got the dub.
Oh,
Draymond Green with the like most successful hate watch ever.
hell
Bro
yeah.
flew to Paris just to root against Rudy Gobert. But yeah, man, that's gonna be something we tell our kids about, and they're not gonna believe it. We gonna be the old heads. Man, no way this 2048 Olympics team touching the 2024 team. What y'all talking about? But that's gonna be funny, man. And then what y'all see next, or possibly before watching this whole session, talking about Olympic basketball, do have a little mini vlog I made last month when I went to Vegas, caught up with Cam. We went to see the Aces play Caitlin Clark in the Fever, but then Hurricane Beryl hit that next week and took the power out, and I never got around to editing it. But now that WNBA kicks back off tomorrow or in 2 days,
No,
I
it's,
think it's
roll that
Thursday.
out.
It's tomorrow.
it's
Oh,
tomorrow.
shit, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long week already. Tomorrow is Thursday. So yeah, WNBA's back. So y'all see a little bit of that. Get the behind the scenes scoop, see how Vegas was. And yeah, man, I'm excited for the WNBA to be back. Because it has been boring as hell since the Olympics went
Yeah,
off.
look what's
And we
on.
don't got no sports. That's why we stuck here watching shit like car
Papa
jitsu.
Stott.
And now we watching pop. You
Well,
know
the
what?
Papa Stott. You could have did this. It's
I was
8
gonna say,
people
I
from
can
around
do
the
this.
world.
I can do this. I
8
break
people
the
from
record
around the
every
world.
time I step in the arcade on this shit. But yeah, man, I need sports back in my life, and we right around the corner, man. So let's hop into it. It's football season. 2024-25 NFL season is about to go. We've already been through first week of preseason. Week 2 kicks off tomorrow. Today we're gonna be bringing you. Let me put the ticker to show y'all. 2024-25 NFC East preview, man. And, we got the NFC East, guys on the pod. We had to bring them on for this one for sure. You got Cam, as you can already see, with his hat on. You got the Eagle. Chris not repping it. And I don't know if he want to rep it at all this year for real, but you already know who he repping. He repping them boys from Dallas, man. So let's get into it. 2024-25 NFC East preview, man. We're gonna start with with the Giants first. Now, This one, I don't know what they've been doing. They got this little Hard Knocks, following them, showing some of their draft process and everything within this offseason. I don't know if y'all been able to see any of that. But front office definitely been playing themselves. They let Saquon walk. Didn't get anything in return. Didn't even, try to sign him back for real, match his offer, after paying Daniel Jones, a guy who hasn't thrown for over 15 touchdown passes in the last 3 seasons. You pay him his money, but you don't pay Saquon, your team. He goes to the division rival, the Eagles now. Apparently, it was rumors that Daboll wanted to trade up, get a quarterback in the draft this year, possibly Drake May at 3. They stayed at 6, got Malik Neighbors. So now, man, it's like, yo, Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones coming off the ACL injury, you kind of gotta prove something this year. Are you gone? Like, it's either they can get something from him for real and be like not a contender, but show some promise, or it's gonna be everybody will be aware that they probably set their franchise back 3 to 4 years after they gave him his contract last year, coming into last season, and he tore his ACL, and then he comes back this year, and if he's still the same ass Daniel Jones that we know, and you let Saquon walk, it's gonna look real bad in New York. It's gonna look real bad. So, Kim, I'm gonna pass it to you first, man. What are you thinking of New York's offseason moves? What's the lookout for them this season with Daniel Jones? Do you think Daboll can possibly improve his career like he did for Josh Allen? They did go get Malik Neighbors with their first pick, so a wide receiver 1. I think he's gonna be an alpha in this league. But at the same time, if Daniel Jones is garbage, I don't think Malik Neighbors is gonna be happy, and he's gonna show that. So it could be real rocky to start the season for New York.
I don't think Brian Daboll can be able to save that, that team. I'm gonna go into like the positive side with their offseason. Basically, them. It's not really an offseason move, but them getting Brian Burns, that trade and stuff, pretty much improved their defense. They already have Dexter Lawrence, and then you got Thibodeau. Now you're bringing in Brian Burns. Still got Bobby. So their defense is really good, but it's just like the offseason losses they had, them losing Xavier McKinley, him going to Green Bay, then, Saquon come to Philly. Saquon was literally the glue of that offense. Before it was him, it was Odell with, with Eli, and sometimes he had starting Shepard every now and then. But since Odell been gone, their bright side of their offense literally been Saquon only. And so, even last year, like, everybody talking about his injuries and whatnot, but DeAndre Swift had the same issue. And seeing him go behind like a good O-line, you see what he could produce. Saquon's going behind like the top 3 O-line now, and he was still putting, Pro Bowl numbers even while banged up. So now he's more healthy and stuff. He's not going to save that offense. Daniel Jones coming off an ACL surgery and all that money they owe him for the next, I think, 2-3 years. They're going to be done. They're going to have to find a trade partner for him, and I don't know who's going to take that contract.
Yeah, I was going to say, who want to trade for Daniel Jones and take that contract?
Yeah. They're going to have to let that contract pay out and just release him.
Yeah, I feel bad because you could it was like certain clips leading up to the draft where like Malik Neighbors would be on live or something with Jayden Daniels, or they'd be together, and someone in the comments would bring up, hey, you projected to go to New York. You playing with Daniel Jones, how you feel? And his face would like tell it all, like, man, like I don't want to go play for them. And he didn't even necessarily look happy for when he got drafted by them. But it's like, damn, they took you. It is what it is. Daniel Jones is your quarterback. And like, I don't know how anybody could have belief in him. And that's why it's funny seeing some of these Hard Knocks clips with New York's management staff and Daboll talking in these meetings. And it's like, no, like we believe in Daniel Jones. Like, no, you do not. There's no way you watch Daniel Jones' career so far, and you believe in him, man. So maybe they turn around, but I don't see them making really any improvements. They did get Brian Burns, like you said, but in the secondary, they're really weak. Linebacker spot, they're weak. Even with Brian Burns, their defensive line is still a little suspect depth wise. So I mean, if they can't stop nobody, I don't think Daniel Jones about to be out here winning shootouts for real. So things looking pretty bleak. And I don't think, honestly, because Daniel Jones was already there when Dayball got the job. Like they said, they were trying to move up in the draft this year for quarterback. I don't think Dayball likes him at all and doesn't want him. But he's kind of stuck in a rock and hard place. He's like, well, he got to be my quarterback for the time being, so I just got to make do with what it is. But he definitely wants a different quarterback because Daniel Jones is not it. Now, if Daniel Jones just come out the season and ball,
hell no.
My apologies.
No, everything I said.
Yeah, I was like, but
who's the Giants starting running back now?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I seen a
it's like
even clip. I don't know who the name of it. His name though.
And to his credit, I mean, yeah, you probably didn't have. I mean, you didn't have the best or even a good receiving core last year, but you had a great running back who could set up, those play action calls. Like now you don't even got that, and you already suck. I mean, now you got Neighbors now, but on the other end, I mean, you guys hit all 4 corners. Like your defense is trash, and it sucks for the Giants because they're literally stuck with him for like, what is it, the next 3 years?
Yeah, fully guaranteed money too.
Like half of it is fully guaranteed. So I think the Giants, maybe not Dayball, but the Giants 100% do believe in Daniel Jones and him to turn around. And they're going to stink this year. They're not going to go 500. And they're probably going to try and draft another wide receiver. It's no point in grabbing a quarterback because, I mean, I guess you could, but then you just got this guy sitting on the sideline.
They probably going to eat it.
Him.
They probably going to eat the contract because it's going to be very hard to find a trade partner.
Nobody's going to want to trade that.
Yeah, nobody. Like, I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's no team I feel like that will want Daniel Jones after that. Yeah. And there's also there's rumors. I don't know how much they're worth for real, but there's a possibility Dak could end up in New York.
In New York, I was thinking
he'll be a free agent.
But he's gonna need a lot more money than with Daniel.
Oh yeah, he for sure, and that's why
they're not gonna have that. There's no way we take Daniel Jones.
No, I'm saying not y'all trading for him. You won't be able to trade because Dak is a free agent. But I'm saying they're probably gonna just have to eat that and be in a deficit for a year or two, or if they can possibly find a trade partner and just take what they can get. Because I feel like Daniel Jones has a bad season. The most you're gonna get for him is like a 5th round pick. Maybe another compensatory pick, but that's about it. And as far as the running back situation goes, I don't know if this is a starter, but according, from the preseason game, they got Dante Miller, who went to South Carolina, and then they got Eric Gray, who was an OU running back. I mean, I watched Eric Gray because I watched Oklahoma football. He's pretty decent, but neither of them are like, starting running back in the NFL, and they're gonna be facing stacked boxes because nobody's gonna fear Daniel Jones.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, it's very tough. I mean, they're coming off a 6-11 record last year. I feel like they didn't make any improvements for real to
5-12
be better than that. Yeah, it's probably like a 5-12, 4-13 season.
Yeah,
and I just know those 4 weeks they probably win. It'll probably be those weekends that they fucking up a parlay I have. Whatever team they playing against, whooping them, and they show up to play that day.
It's either that or it's like towards the end of the season was like everybody resting the starters want the playoffs.
2 playoff position games.
Yeah,
somebody they're not gonna make the playoffs, but they want to ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be fun in New York. If you're a New York Giants fan, sorry to you, man.
About that.
It's not gonna be a good season, I don't think. On the flip side,
Dex a Giants fan, man.
Oh, Dex is.
Yeah, he's a Giants fan. That's a strong brother.
Strong.
I mean, he got a bowl. He got a Super Bowl this decade.
Yeah, he seemed
to. Bro, we was kids, bro.
Nah, but he still got it, bro.
Hey, it's people out here that
got one. So
it's people out here that never seen it before.
I get that, bro. We was kids, bro.
Hey, Hey,
I
Super
was
Bowl
just
is
happy I
Super
was able
Bowl.
to see one when I was damn near adult.
Yeah, but so next up we got Washington Commanders, who made a couple good splash moves, I feel like. And I'm gonna let y'all talk on them first. But I also talked to Cam yesterday after we got done recording the episode. So since he can't be here, I'm gonna spill a little bit what he wanted to say for them. But go ahead and talk about the Commanders because they got Dan Quinn, obviously
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator, former Atlanta head coach, took them to the Super Bowl that year. Former defensive coordinator of that Legion of Boom defense with Seattle. Everywhere he's been, the defense has been solid. Their defense has some pieces. They got Bobby Wagner, who was a linebacker back in Seattle days.
Mm-hmm.
Now Bobby Wagner is obviously much older, but that's a great veteran to have. He brought Dante Fowler over, who was with him in Atlanta, was with him in Dallas. He stole this. He brought the center from Dallas over because the Washington. He brought a lot of pieces and some coaches over from Dallas.
Yes.
And Jayden Daniels, I know it's preseason. He looked really good.
Yep.
He got Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson. Washington.
And Washington's offense is not a bad scheme. I like their scheme. I think Washington's going to be very scary, and I think they would likely probably get that second seeding in that division.
I was gonna say the same
Yeah,
thing.
I think they're gonna. It's crazy because like all the articles I was reading today, they had Washington as going last in the NFC East, and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. Like y'all really think they just gonna poop the bed, bro? They have a really good. They're giving me Lions vibes right now.
You know, they got a good roster, bro. It's got veterans all over the place, and then like people forgetting Brian Robinson Jr. Remember last year he got like shot like a couple weeks before the season started, couldn't even start the season. I'm sure that was traumatic. Now he got a full off season, and you know he back. I was gonna say they got Austin Eckler, who obviously isn't what he once was, but a great reliable running back out the backfield on third downs, can catch.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be a safety valve for Jayden Daniels. Like I said, they shored up some of that offensive line. I think Terry McLaurin been able to put up numbers with all sorts of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Now he got one that can throw him the ball for real. I think Jahan Dotson is a great wide receiver too. They also got Zach Ertz, another veteran piece at tight end, as long as he can stay healthy.
What they say, I mean, I know Dallas did it this last season with the 2 in a row, but it's time to switch it up. It's time to switch it up.
Yeah. So
it can't be Philly, Cam. It's been a long time since Washington got that first
division.
Bro, I'm just saying we know how it go, bro. I'm not saying
so y'all want to know what Cam's take was?
What?
Because you know, every year is some team from some. It happens once, at least in one division every year. A team goes from worst to first.
Yep.
And with all the turmoil in Dallas right now, he was saying like we think Jayden Daniels possibly gonna be really, really good. They got the veterans, they got talent. Dan Quinn, a really good coach. They could possibly sneak up there. I'm gonna still put them at 2 because I think Philly, the moves y'all made, realistically, y'all should win it.
Yeah.
But Washington could possibly sneak up in there and catch people off guard.
I think that first half of the season is going to be very fun watching Washington in that whole division and where they're ranking at. Towards the end is where we're going to see like, okay, Washington's probably going to go 10-7 or some shit like that. But them first few weeks when they like 4-1, 5-2, and Eagles is 5-1 or 6-0, whatever, we're gonna be like, oh shit, hold on.
I think Washington gets second for sure. Like the additions they made and everything, and then Jayden Daniels looked real good, like you said. I think this is gonna be Terry McLaurin's like really breakout year. You know, since he's been there, like the best QB he really done had, like I guess you say full season was Sam, and so you know Carson Wentz couldn't do it with him. Other quarterbacks can do it, so I feel like he's really gonna go off this year. Like he gonna make Pro Bowl and everything, in my opinion. Oh, yeah. And if they could find a way to, I know it's still up in the air, and I know it's not gonna pretty much happen, but if they was able to get Brandon Ayuk over there too, they'll win the division. In my opinion.
Man, that's what we talked about yesterday was the NFC West, and we was like, man, is this Brandon Ayuk thing? Is it gonna be a deal or not? Like pick one, dog. But I think. They're saying now it's just down to Pittsburgh, but I think he really wants to go to Washington to be with his boy Jayden Daniels. But that probably won't happen. But they got enough, and they're so young, and now you got the rookie quarterback on the rookie deal. We were saying we were talking about Seattle, we don't think is going to be really good because we think they messed up when they gave Geno ass that contract at 34 years old off a fluke season. Say Seattle starts off bad, and DK Metcalf's like, I want to get out of here. If you can trade for a guy like that and get a bona fide wide receiver one, and then you got someone like a Terry McLaurin for a young quarterback, it can be scary. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but like that's just like possible ideas we was throwing out.
Yeah. And like, sky's the limit over there in Washington.
Anything is possible. Because look, a lot of people. I'm not even trying to say no in Philly, but a lot of people didn't think AJ would go to Philly. Anything's possible.
Yeah, anything's possible, and like also people got to remember this is like a fresh start for real for Washington. Like they finally were able to get rid of Dan Snyder. You know, he the corrupt owner of all the BS they had going on behind closed doors. New owner came in last year. Obviously, it was a rough year. Sam Howell at quarterback. Ron Rivera clearly couldn't coach anymore. New coach, a proven coach in Dan Quinn. Talent everywhere, veterans. The one thing that worries me is they got Cliff Kingsbury as an office coordinator. That's the only thing I don't like because I don't like Cliff Kingsbury.
You don't like
Cliff? The dude that couldn't get Texas Tech to bowl games with Patrick Mahomes, then basically ruined the start of Kyler Murray's career, even though people won't acknowledge that. Like how you get fired from a college head coaching position and get an NFL head coaching position. That would never make sense to me. Then he goes to USC last year, and Caleb Williams has a bad year comparative to his Heisman year before that. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm like, Cliff, can you just get it together and like put Jayden Daniels in good positions to make
he's got bold play calling. He coached football like how we played a game.
Yeah, that's my only like that makes me say like pause. Like yeah, they can be good, but like what is Cliff gonna do? Like if Cliff can be decent, then yeah, Commanders should be rocking and rolling. Cliff on that BS, it could kind of hamper, you know, Jayden Daniels, you know, progression and growth. But from all reports and training camp and stuff, like Jayden Daniels a true professional coming in, studying hard, you know, becoming the leader of the team. Like I said, man, worst the first or second, like even in that NFC, it's still very top heavy. And like we're seeing all the injuries take place right now with the training camp. Like the Vikings, they feel like a nuclear bomb hit they shit today with all the injuries coming out of that camp. But that's like one less team you got to worry about in playoff contention, I feel like.
Yeah.
Washington could definitely get one of those 7 spots. It's open to be there because it's really just 49ers, Eagles, Lions, or get a Packers a spot. Cowboys can be there if they get it together, but it's looking like they're not going to get it together, and we'll talk about them next. But Tampa Bay, I don't know.
People so high on Baker Mayfield now. I know we talking about a whole different division.
It's just like someone from the NFC South got to come out of that division. They all ass.
I think this year they probably get to the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to get it this year. Especially they just traded for Matthew Judon too.
Yeah,
the Falcons probably down to,
be the favorite, but
yeah, I think they're gonna have it, and I think they got an easier schedule too than the Bucks.
Oh yeah, because they were they end up in last place, so
yeah, so
you always get the last place schedule, like with the games that aren't your division and aren't the like rotating other division that you got to play. You draw the same place team from another division every year, so like. If you get first place, like the Chiefs got a first place schedule every year the last, 8 years. So, like, we got to play the 49ers this year, even though we don't play the NFC West. Last year, we had to play the Eagles because they was our match on the NFC side. So, yeah, they're going to get an easier schedule. But Tampa, they did lose their offensive coordinator, so that's why I'm a little worried about them with Baker and stuff. But we're going to talk about NFC South next week.
Yeah, that's a different.
That's the garbage-ass division, and I don't even want to discuss Kirk Cousins right now because I don't know how he gonna fare really coming off that Achilles. But yeah, man, Washington, there's a spot there to be taken, and they can make a leap. And because they gonna be playing with house money, they ain't nobody expecting, like Chris said.
Yeah,
they projected by most to finish last or third. Like so, to even be in contention with the Giants, who I think they're who are well below them right now. I think Jayden Daniels gonna wake some people up. I think Dan Quinn gonna have that defense firing all cylinders. And you got Bobby Wagner out there as an extension of him on the field. Washington, I'm sure Matter of fact, I don't even know what the prop is. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. But I'll probably take their win total because I feel like their win total is probably sitting around like 5.5 right now,
Yeah,
plus
and it's
money.
crazy.
And I'm willing to bet at the very least, I feel like they at least get 8 wins this year and
Yeah.
turn around the tide. So
So tell your dad I'm a fan this year. Like I'm
look,
supporting.
I was like
You don't gotta
he
you
been
ain't
waiting
gotta
on us
call
to
me
talk
no
about the Commanders.
cowgirls. You ain't gotta mention no cowgirls, Mr. Lojoy. I'm a fan this year. I'm supporting y'all.
Cause he was like, man, when you gonna talk good about my team? And I'm like, man, y'all ain't had
Well,
nothing
y'all
to talk
gotta be
about the last couple
good,
of
but
years.
it's looking good right
It's
now.
looking good.
It's
So
looking
look,
good.
we got him a little Jayden Daniels jersey and graphic tee
Hell yeah.
for his birthday. So he finna be decked out. He been walking around the house talking about, oh yeah, like
He's
our
so
quarterback
nervous.
about to be nice. We about to be there.
He's
Like
so nervous.
but we gonna see. I got faith in him. I think he's gonna be a really good quarterback. I like the Dan Quinn head coach pickup. I think they got the right pieces in place to start, turning things around. What's been a dumpster fire for the last decade or so, besides maybe that 1 year in 2020 where they did luck up and Taylor Heineke led them to the playoffs randomly. But I think they could be pretty decent. Now, on the flip side, like we just said, Washington made a lot of great offseason moves. Chris, what is up with your boys and that old ass greedy stingy bastard Jerry Jones?
No.
Why would he not pay nobody, dog? This we're all in. We're all in, and you ain't made no offseason moves.
Cause he's silly, bro. He's
Man,
silly,
they
goofy
got
move. He's in a really
Hard.
silly,
They
goofy
got the
movie, bro.
linebacker. I think
They
Eric Hendricks.
They signed Zeke Elliott back, running back 1.
But make me curse. What you want me to say, bro? What you want me to defend him? Honestly, and y'all ain't been wanting to hear me. I've been saying it since last year. Even when we did well last year, I was still saying it in preseason. It's time for us to sing, bro. We gotta sing, and that's perfectly fine. It's time to start over. We start over. Give Jerry a stroke. Out of there, right? Start over. His son, he can't handle the death of his father. He being back in AT&T Stadium. Out of there.
This
We
is crazy.
hire a real operations, a team operations manager, and we start rebuilding. And that's perfectly fine. If we lose CD in the process, if we lose Mike in the process, look, you don't understand. We could lose the
He's ready
whole
to tear
damn
it
team.
down.
I don't give a. I do not care, bro. I will come back in 2034. And I know everything gonna be different by then. That's my thing about it. So I'm willing to invest early and pull out my money later. But Jerry, bro, he for whatever reason he can't let it go. So I don't know. I don't know what you. I can't defend him. I don't care enough.
It's just like so, like we previously discussed. Well, you weren't on. You couldn't make the live, but we discussed it a little bit on the live. It was like, man, with the Dak situation, it's a rare case where both sides are right. Dak coming off an MVP caliber season, All Pro year, his best year yet. Yeah, he should want to be paid at the top of the market because you got Trevor Lawrence, Tua, Jordan Love. While we think he's going to be great, he's has a 7-8 game sample size of him being really good. They all just got 250 M's.
Should the Cowboys can sign Dalvin Cook?
If that's the market, yeah, Dak should want that. And on the other end, Jerry Jones should be like, "Hell no, I'm not giving you that."
Bro,
Because
it took you this long.
if you can't win with the team we can put around you now while you're cheaper, how the hell are you gonna lead us to anything if we gotta pay you more? So both sides are right. This is a proven year for Dak. Can he get y'all to the Super Bowl? Hey, then he deserves his money. If not, sayonara. The problem is Jerry Odass did not put no backup plan whatsoever for this. And we knew this situation was coming for years because he fucked up the first contract he gave Dak, which is why we're to this point now where he's got a no trade clause and he basically is in full control. And next year he'll walk for whatever and he'll go get 60, 65 mil a year from probably somebody like Las Vegas. So Jerry, I don't know, what he's thinking, but I get it in not paying Dak. The problem is, if you're not going to pay Dak, why are you not paying CD and Micah? That is clearly the future. Those are your two best players.
Bro, think about it, bro. Think about it. What Joe Biden 82?
Just
Okay.
about, yeah.
Jerry Jones 81. He'll be 82 in 3 months. They're not competent. This is all it is. He's got dementia. Like he's just old. Why do we keep putting people at this age in charge of things? Yeah, I'm ageist. Cancel me. That's why,
crazy.
bro. That's why. That's why he ain't done it
It's
yet.
just like,
I don't
bro,
know.
CD. Like, I don't know what CD wants. Like,
Literally, CD could literally be the future. We could literally say, all right, Dak, thanks for all your time at the end of the season, and go draft a QB, and that QB gets to throw to CeeDee Lamb his first year, and they can actually start building. And then we can bring it with that contract out the way. We start, and Micah already signed, CD's already signed. We start bringing in some decent wide receiver 2s, 3s, whatever. We never had issues at tight end. We got a tight end right now. He's perfectly fine. We good
good.
right. We good. And on the other side of the ball, we could be better. But that's when that little tiny money starts coming in. Like, it's a big roster, bro. So when you get rid of Dak's big ass contract, you got a rookie on a rookie deal. That's a lot of money left over when your 2 stars are already signed. But Jerry,
It's just like, dog. Who do
What?
y'all have at receiver besides CD? Brandon Cooks is not going to be a wide receiver one.
But that's the problem. We
His
can't even
36-year-old season, I think this is for him.
That's why I'm saying this season it's gotta be a sink, but you gotta your backup plan, and it's so easy. All Jerry gotta do is sign CD. That's literally all it is. You sign CD, you go. We failed this year. You sign CD prior to the season. You go draft a young quarterback, put him on a because that's what you like. You love rookie deals. You love you some rookie deals, Jerry. So you get him on a rookie deal, and then you start building around that, bro. It's really very simple. I know it looks like he not a backup plan yet, but the backup plan starts with signing CD, and then you move forward from that. That gonna leave eventually.
Yeah.
Whether he play well, and even if he plays well this season, Bryce, he gotta win the Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Oh yeah, no, he got to. That's what I'm saying.
He gotta win. He gotta win.
Him, McCarthy on his last year, his deal. Y'all signed Zimmer to a 1-year deal as a DC. Now it's literally win it all or wipe the whole slate.
Bye.
But to do that, Jared talking about we all in. How are you not spending any money in free agency when you got all these Eagles re-up Devontae Smith contract, gave him an extension, signed Saquon. AJ just got paid last year. How are they doing that? The Lions just paid goddamn everybody this offseason. Jerry Jones got the most profitable team in the league running their business. Stop being a fucking cheapsteaks, Mr. Krabs. Pay somebody. Because you better be throwing the ball to Brandon Cooks and Jayden. I can't even think of his last name right now. Whatever receiver y'all drafted last year in like the 3rd round. Jalen something, slot receiver, light skin dude.
Hell if I know.
And it's like, bro, that's who you gonna be throwing the ball to because you don't want to pay CD what he worth.
I get it if Jerry Jones is like 27. He's trying to save his money for the rest of his life, but he got like 3 months left. You feel me? Like, when's his birthday? October. His birthday in 2 months. So yeah, come November 5th, hopefully that's the best birthday present ever. He's out of there, So I don't know why he acting like he get to keep his money because he only got 3 months left.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
And he made a deal with the devil.
Probably
it's gotta come
to have that dream team in the 90s. He had to have sold his soul.
Because you remember he said he's trying to get out of it. He's trying to get out the contract, but they won't let him out.
And they said it's a death sacrifice. That's the only way he can get out of it. His son will have to reap the benefits. But Emmanuel Acho made a good point earlier. I was watching Speak, and he was saying like every time this comes up, Jerry Jones never pays the player the top of the market.
Yeah, he did.
It's always right below it.
Look, he didn't
because
do that
he's that cheap.
That's that Jim Crow mindset.
He didn't do that with DeMarco Murray. He didn't do that with Michael Irvin back then. He didn't do that with a lot of players. He didn't do that with what's his name?
He didn't do it for Diggs coming off the 10 interception season.
Yeah,
he didn't do it for Dak when Dak was fighting for his contract. He gave Zeke $90 million guarantee.
He didn't do that for Jason Witten. He didn't do it for a lot of players, man.
Yeah, so it's crazy, but he made the point too. It's like, okay, you can make the argument maybe CD should fall a little bit under, Justin Jefferson. But the gap between them, everybody, you can make the argument CD's better for sure, but most people will say Justin Jefferson's wide receiver one in the NFL.
Yeah.
But the gap's not that large, so Justin Jefferson in 35 a mil, at the very minimum, CD should be commanding 33, 33 and a half, 34, something like that, right below him if you're not going to give him 35. But Micah Parsons next up for the defensive ends.
Yeah.
How are you going to sit there and tell him he don't deserve the top of the top?
Bro, he was getting triple teamed, bro. How many people getting triple teamed?
It's like, you got to pay somebody, Jerry. You got to pay somebody. You cannot let this talent go to waste.
It's okay, bro. Y'all don't understand. Y'all
don't get team with like Aaron Donald. That's
bro.
it.
Y'all don't understand, bro. Like he's 81. We're this close to seeing a new Cowboys.
The FBI gonna be at your
you're the only Cowboys fan I know who want to blow it up so bad. Like everybody else, like Austin and all of them, they be like, no, bro, keep the roster.
Well, no, because they sick in the head. They don't see. Those are people that don't like to start over. Me, I'm
start over.
I tell my coworkers at work all the time, you better leave. You better leave this job and go get something paying. You got all this experience. Go get paid more. I'm perfectly fine blowing because the tomorrow gonna happen regardless. You know what I'm saying? We're not stuck in this moment. Tomorrow's gonna happen regardless. 2025 gonna happen. 2026. He gonna be we good, bro. I'm telling you, we get through this one season, which is what last season should have been. But this season gonna be it for sure. I think when I looked at the thing, we was projected to go 8-9. So we missing the playoffs in the NFC. But shit, though, I think we gonna go like 6-11. I'm hoping 6-11. That's no. Yeah, we're gonna go about 6-11 because look, last year, and we had Tony. And getting Zeke ain't no better. So last year we didn't have no running threat at all. Yet for whatever reason, Dak and CD was in tandem. Now they both probably in the locker room talking to each other like, man, that Jerry, he tripping, man.
The problem is CD ain't in the locker room right now. He at home.
That's even better. So look, the chemistry is all thrown off, bro. The defense ain't no better. It's actually gonna be worse. We going 6-11, bro. We're going 6-11. I'm telling whatever the over is on our wins, just bet the under. Like bet your whole house on it. But I swear to God, if we do good this season, I'm gonna lose my mind because we gonna suck in the playoffs, and it pisses me off. I can't handle it. I'd rather lose at this point. That is way less stressful.
I think I kind of already did it in the preseason game one because I think I saw like Trey Lance had like 40 pass attempts or something. Well, I was gonna say they really just need to let him play the whole preseason game for every single game. Like he just needs reps because he's never gotten reps because his senior year was COVID. Then he was on the bench his rookie year. Then he got in and got injured immediately, and then he got his job taken by Brock Purdy. So just let him play, just to see possibly what you have.
He's never been under a good quarterback.
Because while you're saying yes, tank, Dak at the very minimum, if he's playing as much as people want to say about him, he's a good regular season. He's gonna have a great regular.
He's gonna have a great regular.
That's what I'm saying. You're not gonna be able to be at the top of the board to draft the QB unless you make some big time trade. And Jerry probably not gonna do that either, knowing him. So you need to see what Trey Lance can give because you might have to get a quarterback in later in the first round or in the second or third. And Trey Lance might have to be the placeholder QB as you go through the rebuild.
That's why I said 2035. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be 34 years old before this. I'm gonna be 34 years old before the season start. I'm gonna be stress free. Honestly, all my loans gonna be gone. I ain't gonna have no debt. I'm just gonna be living off my paycheck. It's gonna be the perfect time to be a Cowboys fan. I can go to every game.
Bro, you even have to live the life I live.
They're gonna be a diehard Cowboys fan. They don't even know what the struggle was like.
My kid gonna hate me because we gonna be Chiefs fans. And I'm gonna be bro, I swear, back in the day, Patrick Mahomes, when he was a dynasty, I'm gonna be the modern day Cowboys. Like, Dad, why'd you make me a fan of the Chiefs? They suck. Like, son, it used to be so much better. I promise you.
Tell him
we
to
was
wait.
We was the cream of the crop. But yeah, man, Dallas, Jerry, it's just comical at this point. And then he got to go in the media and talk. Oh, CD, yeah, we're talking about contracts, but it's not that important. Then the next day, no, CD, we miss you. Like, Jerry, pay that man, please. Just pay him. because you about Jalen Tolbert. That's what his name is. Jalen Tolbert.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be throwing to Jalen Tolbert and Brandon Cooks and Kevontae Turpin probably.
Tolbert he a deep threat, bro.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna see when they second 8 in the box against Zeke, old fat ass, and he not running the ball nowhere, and Dak is in hell. Oh my god,
it's gonna be Deuce Vaughn, Deuce. No, I'm just joking, bro. Basketball fan this season. I ain't gonna lie. I'm probably gonna be. I'm not gonna help at all with the NFL episodes. Like I'm not gonna be watching them. No, I'm gonna watch them, but I ain't gonna want to talk about it.
Man,
it's all about that OKC Thunder, bro.
It's gonna be bad, man. But last but not least, moving on to the Philadelphia Eagles, who should be in prime position to take back the NFC East this year. Because for 19 years in a row, there has not been a repeat winner. And while the Eagles had it in the bag and the shit down they leg to end last season, Cowboys took it. That means Cowboys not winning it this year. And for all the reasons we just talked about, they not winning it. Eagles, Howie Roseman, I don't know what kind of dark sorcery he be doing, but he got money to pay goddamn everybody, sign everybody, extensions for everybody, and they don't seem to be in the tax luxury tax at all. Eagles, they got it. They got it. They got an excellent roster. The only thing is they, of course, lose future Hall of Famer Jason Kelsey, but they've had Cam Jurgens learning under him for the last couple years. So I don't think the drop-off will be that bad. But, you can't replace Hall of Fame players for real like that. But Jalen Hurts, this is prove it year for real. Like, he got paid a couple years ago, obviously coming off, leading them to Super Bowl. That's more than basically every quarterback besides Joe Burrow has done in the league. So, while people on his case and, he's all of a sudden not a top 10 QB anymore, who is if he's not really like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like Tua, Trevor Lawrence, like they got paid, so now they're like, oh, well, they deserve their money too. It's like Jalen Hurts done more than them, so you can't be talking about Jalen Hurts if they ain't done shit either. So, hey, I'm rooting for him. I think he can bounce back. But Cam,
his only downfall is Sarianni.
Yeah. So, hey, Swan, let us know what's the outlook on this season for your Eagles. We know, like I say, re-signed Devontae, added Saquon, re-signed Gardner Johnson back to the roster. How we went defense heavy in the first couple rounds, got I think it's the corner from Temple. It is. I can't think of his name. And then is it Mitchell? Is that his last name?
We got
Mitchell, and then you got Gene from Iowa, the white safety.
Then we got Charlie Jr.
Diversity in the NFL now. We bringing back white defensive backs.
That's crazy.
But let us know what your Eagles are doing this year, man.
Man, I'm not even to be biased, bro. Like this probably
you're not really biased.
No.
What?
Oh my god! Oh, boy. I was drinking water, bro.
Oh,
he just made the water come out my nostril, dog.
Well, I know Bryce is thinking the same thing.
It just always be funny because I know as soon as he starts, he's like, I could go find every clip. Cam always be like, I mean, not even to be biased, but
nah,
bro, it's okay.
Nah, this is like one of the best offseason they don't have, really.
Oh my god!
I mean, obviously, like that championship, the offseason before the championship, going to the Super Bowl, that's like a really good offseason. This one's really good because, like, in my opinion, I feel like they addressed every single thing that I've been voicing about on the podcast throughout the entire season. Defense. Turning DeAndre Swift into Saquon was like something I didn't even expect. I knew Saquon was gonna leave, but I didn't think he would go to Philly.
I never would have thought it was the Eagles.
Yeah, so when I saw that, I was like, hype because like DeAndre Swift is a great running back. Don't get it wrong, but Saquon's top 5. You know what I'm saying? Even top 3 when healthy.
He top 3.
Yeah, easily. So
Chris, he top 10.
Bro, but it's my only doubt. It's just
I know about your point. Your point is
Sarianni. It has nothing to do with them.
But
it's Sarianni.
And I'm gonna get to that point. But
Sarianni.
Just turning DeAndre Swift into Saquon is crazy. That's probably Howie. I don't know what he's doing with that one, but hey, you like it, I love it. The same thing I was saying in throughout the entire podcast, like the whole season, was secondary. Like seeing Bradbury get cooked, Slade wasn't healthy. The safeties was ass. Reed had his ups and downs, but everybody was just pure dog shit. And so them bringing back Gardner Johnson, the alpha of that secondary, we haven't had like an alpha dog on that secondary since Malcolm Jenkins. So Gardner Johnson's like the voice of the defense. So bring him back. It's helped out a lot. And then you drafting other players. You're bringing in Mitchell to move Bradbury to safety now. Like he's not even playing corner no more. That's the crazy thing. So like they really they really trying to get a defense together. Bringing in Vic Fangio from Miami, take over that defense coordinator, Kellen Moore's offense coordinator. A lot of people were shitting on him, saying that what he did with the Chargers and Dallas. I'm like, man, but that's I feel like he's not bad offense coordinator, but only time will tell. But they addressed a lot of areas in that need to be addressed, pretty much in defense. Even though people still question the linebackers with Devin White, I feel like Devin White gonna have a breakout year. I feel like he can really on a prove it deal as well, just like how Dak is with Dallas. Just so like I can still play. I'm young. So the only downfall will be is having Nick Sirianni keep his emotions in check, because in my opinion, I feel like this is going to be like getting close to the hot seat area, because it's like, okay, we improved the roster. This is like one of your best chances to get back to the Super Bowl, if not NFC Championship. Like you have every single piece. I paid everybody. I get everybody extensions. What can you do, coach? Like last year, you got lucky. They let go of all the coordinators, and he was the reason why the plays. So he has no excuse on not to do good this year. They are replaced both coordinators with some top 10 coordinators now. You got to ball out. So it's really Sirianni. I feel like Jalen Hurts gonna ball out. Like everybody's saying, like training camp, he's been going off. He's been going crazy. He got slimmer. He got faster. But that's training camp. We got to see what he do.
Sure, he got a whole new line of quotes waiting.
Yeah, he's trying to get the autobiography going, bro.
Well, chop wood, carry water.
I think, the thing that's really gonna make the Eagles really better is kind of like to have the same thing that Lamar has with Derrick Henry. They're like the only two teams I could probably name that has two running backs that can bench over 600. And you can say the same thing with no, you can't even say the same thing with Cleveland, because Deshaun Watson don't bench that much. So really, Jalen Hurts and Saquon, literally two duos that can really bench over 600. So that RPO is gonna be nasty. Like off the front of the O-line, both of them can carry the weight. So it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good year.
And I think because I feel like part of the reason that doesn't get talked about enough, like people just try to shit on Jalen Hurts for him playing bad down the stretch last year. I think he was hurt and he couldn't run, and his legs are a big part of his game. And not even from a running standpoint, just being able to have mobility in the pocket. But now that you get Saquon, even though you don't want to just run Saquon to death, but he can take off some of that load, so Jalen Hurts don't have to do as many design runs. And also, I wanted to ask you, you think y'all gonna still be doing the tush pushers without Kelsey?
Not as much.
I feel like it's a cheat code play, but I feel like Jason Kelsey was a big reason why that was a cheat code play.
He had a science to it, honestly, bro. He was talking about it like
I'm gonna be entirely honest. I don't see it happen a lot, and the reason why I don't see it happen a lot is for two reasons. One, because Kelsey's not there anymore. He invented the play and stuff. But two, like I was stating earlier, we never had a power back running back. Like Miles Sanders a smaller back, DeAndre Swift smaller back. We haven't had like a big body running back since LeGarrette Blount, if we're being honest. And so now we got Saquon who can carry the load. He can carry the end zone himself at the 1 yard line. He ain't even got to like be pushed, so he can do it himself. So it won't be as much, because the reason why I had to do tush push slot is because Jalen Hurts is huge. Like that's like Jalen Hurts like 6'2", like 240, 230, 240. So he can get in the end zone himself, but DeAndre Swift and him couldn't. That's why he got banged up a lot. Now you got Saquon who can get in there himself. He ain't got to like get pushed or anything, so it won't be as much. It won't have to be.
Yeah, I believe in y'all this year. I said it yesterday. Y'all see on the NFC West pod. I think the 49ers, with all they got going on, like obviously they still got a lot of talent, but I feel like the Super Bowl hangover finna hit them hard with all the drama they got going on in the locker room. Because Trent Williams still ain't showing up to camp either. I feel like first place is gonna come down to either y'all, the Lions, or the Packers. And like whoever can steal that home field advantage is gonna be crucial. Because for the last, I want to say 3 years now, who's ever had the home field advantage in the NFC has won or went to a Super Bowl. So it was 49ers last year, y'all before that, and then the
What about
Rams.
the Rams? Okay.
Well, no, the Rams they actually went on the road, but then they got the NFC Championship at their house because the 49ers were the lower seed that year. But I think like first, like I said, y'all should win the East, barring like a miracle from the Commanders or the Cowboys. But if y'all are healthy, there's no way y'all should really lose the East in my eyes, and there's no way y'all should really be anything lower than a 2 seed. I feel like at that point.
Yeah.
So it's just Jalen Hurts showing back up, proving to everybody like, yeah, I deserved my, at the time resetting market contract of 255 mil or whatever it was. AJ Brown showing that he's still arguably top 5 receiver in this league. Devontae Smith, maybe the best wide receiver 2 in the league. Saquon Barkley, first time he's gonna be able to run and not have a loaded box in front of him because he's gonna be playing with a competent offense. So yeah, Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, that's really the only problem. And I'm not even saying like Hurts a problem, Sirianni a problem. It's just been rumors. I guess they relationship not good. And so can they fix
They're
that
both weird.
and get it going?
Listen.
Sirianni is for sure weird. Like
Yeah, man, bro, like that's why I said sometimes it be hard being a fan. Cause he's so immature for his age, and like you got like a well mannered, well mature quarterback in Jalen Hurts, bro. And it's like
How old is he?
Bro, Sirianni like 43, bro.
yeah, he a young coach.
He a young coach.
It's funny because we like 24, 25.
It's crazy because in the Super Bowl before the stuff started, Sirianni like making gestures and everything, and Jalen had to pull his hand down, like chill out, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
shoot, when y'all beat us last year, and he
and Jalen like, bro, Jalen like chill.
Yeah, and that's what kind of kickstarted the losing streak after he did all that. Like, why you acting like that?
I think after we beat Buffalo, we started losing for real. Like we started losing on every game.
So, hey, it is what it is. But I think y'all be solid. I think for the most part, we kind of all on the same page. Eagles first, Washington second, Dallas third, New York fourth. For Chris's dreams of 2034 glory, maybe Dallas messes around and gets last place and gets the top 3 pick in the draft so they can go get Shedeur Sanders.
Pray to God, don't.
It's gonna happen if that's what y'all pick.
Cowboys fans out there telling me, you're not even a real fan. You want us to lose? Shut up. You don't know reality. You don't know what real life is. Like
you don't know the pain this man is going through.
What's the word? Delusional. Like, just shut up. It's gonna be all right. Trust me. Tom don't stop for nobody. All right.
It's time to rebuild this thing from the ground up, and I mean ground zero for sure. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm excited. We got a lot of stuff planned. This video gonna roll out probably sometime next week as we move on through each division and leading up to the start of the season. We got a better set schedule this year. We're gonna be doing a lot of new things on the pod for the upcoming year. Season 3 of INISPod podcast. Feels like yesterday we just started this thing for real, but now we going into season 3, man. We started this thing August 1st, 2022 to start that football season. This is gonna be our 3rd football season going in. Yeah, man. Time flies. It is crazy, but yeah, man. I feel like we just getting started for real. Y'all still go get this podcast, man. We ain't going nowhere. Hope y'all, stay tuned. We did just hit 130 subscribers too. So, it's only up from here.
WNBA.
We getting into the streaming. WNBA back, so we're gonna be having reaction vids to some Caitlin Clark stuff coming back up. But yeah, man, NFL season. It's go time for real. This what we back to doing. This is the bread and butter. Can't wait to see it all unfold. So we appreciate y'all if y'all listen all the way through. You already know what it is. Your favorite kids from the neighborhood signing off. Peace. We are the kids looking at.
I need it.